Move like a man. How is already won, becoming unstoppable. The world doesn't reward wishers, it rewards becomers. Think about that for a second. We've all been told to want more, to wish big, to manifest your dreams. And while intention is a powerful starting point, it's just that, a starting point. The unsettling truth: you don't get what you want in this life, you get what you are. Most people spend their entire lives chasing success, happiness, or stability, but they never quite grasp it, or if they do, they can't seem to hold on to it. Why? Because they haven't become the version of themselves capable of truly receiving and sustaining it. Have you ever felt like you're constantly pushing, striving, hustling, yet the results feel distant? Like you're running on a treadmill, expending massive energy but staying in the same place? It's frustrating, isn't it? That feeling that something is missing, that you're on the cusp of a breakthrough, but can't quite reach it. We live in a world obsessed with external metrics. The car you drive, the house you own, the job title on your LinkedIn. We're fed a constant diet of quick fixes and overnight success stories. But what if I told you that the real secret, the actual leverage point for profound lasting change, lies not in doing more, but in being more? This isn't another video about productivity hacks or goal-setting worksheets. This is your awakening, your fundamental paradigm shift. Because if you truly want unshakable stability, undeniable success, and a mind that can weather any storm, you don't need more hustle. You need profound personal transformation. You need an identity shift. You need to stop wishing and start becoming. What if the missing piece wasn't outside of you, but deep within? What if the path to becoming truly unstoppable, even if no one is cheering for you yet, is a journey inward? We're about to dive deep into the inner work that silently, powerfully forges the outer results you've been craving. Let's talk about becoming unstoppable. Section 1. The truth about becoming. You attract what you are. For years, you've probably heard the advice: think big, set ambitious goals. And yes, those are important, but there's a deeper, more fundamental truth that underpins all of it. You attract what you are, not what you want. Think about it like this. You can want to be a concert pianist with every fiber of your being, but if you never sit down at the piano, never practice scales, never dedicate yourself to the craft, you won't become one. Your desire, no matter how strong, isn't enough. You have to embody the identity of a pianist. You have to become a pianist. This principle applies to every area of your life. Wanting wealth without becoming disciplined with your finances is like expecting a lush, fruitful tree to grow in a desert without ever watering it. It just doesn't work that way. We've been conditioned to focus on the outcome, the shiny object, the end goal. But life, the universe, whatever you believe in, doesn't respond to your wants. It responds to your being. It responds to the energy, the habits, the deeply ingrained beliefs of who you are right now. Consider the person who constantly complains about their financial situation, but spends every evening binge-watching TV and ordering takeout. They want financial freedom, but their actions, their identity, don't align with that desire. Now, imagine someone who consistently educates themselves about investments, tracks their spending, and dedicates a portion of their income to saving. Even if it's a small amount to start, they are becoming financially responsible. Which person do you think is more likely to attract wealth? It's not about their initial desire, it's about their evolving identity. This isn't about magical thinking. It's about fundamental laws of cause and effect, played out through your daily actions and your core identity. When you raise your standards, you inherently raise your results. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a blueprint. It means shifting from wishful thinking to deliberate identity-building habits. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," start asking yourself daily, am I acting like the person I want to become? Am I making choices, even small ones, that align with that future self? Am I showing up as the person who deserves that success, who can handle that success, who can maintain that success? Because the truth is, if success met you today, would the current version of you be truly ready to keep it? Would you have the systems, the mindset, the discipline to sustain it, or would it slip through your fingers? This is the critical question. Section 2. Failure and doubt. The silent teachers. Let's be honest, the journey of becoming isn't always smooth. It's often messy, riddled with obstacles, and shadowed by two incredibly powerful, yet often misunderstood forces: failure and doubt. For many of us, failure feels like a brick wall, an undeniable sign to stop, to give up. And doubt? It's that insidious whisper in your ear telling you you're not good enough, that you'll never make it, that you should just stay comfortable. But here's the crucial shift in perspective. Failure is not your enemy, it's your coach. Doubt is not a stop sign. It's a question. Are you willing to move anyway? Think about some of the greatest innovators, artists, and leaders throughout history. Thomas Edison, who famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Steve Jobs, fired from the very company he co-founded, only to return and redefine an industry. Athletes who endure countless losses and injuries before achieving championship status. Their stories aren't defined by their failures, but by what they did with their failures. They understood that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's an integral part of it. It's feedback. It's data. If you're not failing, you're likely not trying hard enough, not pushing your boundaries, not stepping into the discomfort where real growth happens. Doubt, on the other hand, is a more personal battle. It preys on your insecurities, on your past experiences, on what others might think. It paralyzes you. But here's the truth. Doubt does not disappear with time. It disappears with advancement. You don't wait for doubt to magically vanish before you act. You act in spite of doubt. Every small step forward, every time you push past that internal resistance, you chip away at doubt's power. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it by taking action, the weaker doubt becomes. So how do you reframe these silent teachers? First, treat failure as a feedback loop. Instead of lamenting your losses, journal your lessons. What did you learn? What would you do differently next time? What new insight did this setback provide? Every failure contains a hidden curriculum, an opportunity for course correction and refinement. Second, when doubt creeps in, acknowledge it, but don't let it dictate your next move. Ask yourself, is this doubt a genuine warning, or is it just fear dressed up in logic? More often than not, it's the latter. Then, take one small, actionable step forward. The inertia of action is the antidote to the paralysis of doubt. What failure in your life, looking back now, actually made you stronger, more resilient, and more resourceful, even though you didn't realize it at the time? That reflection is a powerful tool for your becoming journey. Section 3. The power of private rituals. The work no one sees. We live in an age of highlight reels. Everyone's social media feed is a curated collection of their biggest wins, their most luxurious vacations, their most polished moments. It's easy to look at that and feel like you're falling behind, that you're not doing enough. But here's a profound truth that every genuinely successful person understands. The real crown is forged in silence. Thrones are built in solitude. The world sees your highlight reel, but your destiny is built in the dark. The work that truly transforms you, the work that turns you into the person capable of holding extraordinary success, is the work no one sees. It's the early morning hours, the quiet moments of reflection, the disciplined adherence to commitments you made to yourself. It's the daily, often monotonous, pursuit of excellence when no one is watching, no one is cheering, and no one is even aware of your effort. This is the power of private rituals. Think about it. A magnificent oak tree doesn't grow overnight because someone applauded it. It grows slowly, steadily, in silence, rooting itself deeply, weathering storms year after year. Your growth is no different. Let your progress be private and unstoppable. You don't need an audience for your transformation. In fact, seeking external validation often dilutes the very process of authentic becoming. Growth doesn't need a spotlight. What are these private rituals? They are your non-negotiables, the sacred habits that anchor your day and fortify your inner world. It could be dedicating 15 minutes each morning to affirmations, speaking your desired reality into existence. It could be visualization, vividly imagining yourself as the person you are becoming, experiencing the success you desire. It could be silence before action, taking a few deep breaths and grounding yourself before diving into the chaos of the day. A powerful real-world strategy I've seen work wonders is to literally change your password to a declaration of your identity. Something like, "I am unstoppable 2025," or "My success is inevitable." Every time you log in, you're reinforcing that identity. These aren't just feel-good exercises, they are profound acts of self-authorship, reprogramming your subconscious mind to align with your highest potential. What's one quiet habit, one private ritual, you could start today that your future self will undoubtedly thank you for? It might feel small now, but the cumulative effect is monumental. Section 4. Emotional stability. Control the inner storm. We often talk about control in terms of external factors, controlling our environment, our schedule, our team. But the most profound, life-altering control you can ever gain is over your inner world. Imagine someone who walks through a raging storm, not with fear or panic, but with calm resolve, as if it were a gentle spring rain. That, my friends, is the power of emotional stability. The most dangerous man or woman is the one who's not ruled by their emotions. They are calm, grounded, unshaken. In a world that constantly bombards us with stimuli, anxieties, and distractions, mastering your emotions isn't a luxury. It's a superpower. It's the ability to pause, to observe your feelings without being consumed by them, and to choose your response rather than simply reacting. Most people are like ships without rudders, tossed about by every emotional wave. They get angry, they react, they spiral into anxiety, they let fear dictate their decisions. But the person who controls their inner storm? They navigate with purpose, regardless of the turbulent waters around them. This mastery isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about understanding them, acknowledging them, and then consciously regulating your nervous system. You see, our bodies are wired for survival, and sometimes that ancient wiring goes into overdrive in modern situations, triggering fight or flight responses to everyday stresses. But you can learn to dial that down. Simple micro-habits for nervous system regulation can make a world of difference. Try this. When you feel overwhelmed, trace the edge of a room with your eyes, slowly and deliberately. This simple act can break your focus from the internal turmoil and ground you in the present. Or practice conscious breathing, breathing deep into your belly, feeling your diaphragm expand, and exhaling slowly. These tiny interventions send signals to your brain that you are safe, you are in control. Another critical element of emotional stability is the way you speak to yourself. We are often our own harshest critics, using language we would never dream of directing at a loved one. But every word you utter, internally or externally, shapes your reality. Speak gently, even to yourself. Offer compassion, understanding, and encouragement. Remind yourself of your strength, your resilience, your capacity to overcome. As the saying goes, balance begins with small things, like placing one object on purpose or taking one conscious breath. These small acts build the foundation for an unshakable inner fortress. How would your life fundamentally change if you truly mastered your emotions instead of simply suppressing them or reacting to them? What new possibilities would open up for you? Section 5. Faith and certainty. Move like you've already won. This might sound counterintuitive or even a little wild, but bear with me. The world doesn't just reflect your actions, it mirrors back your energy. And when you move through life with an unwavering sense of faith and certainty, as if you've already won, life itself begins to rearrange to meet you at that level. This isn't delusion. It's a powerful, intentional decision. Think about a king or queen. They don't walk into a room hoping they're perceived as royalty. They walk with an inherent knowing of their position. There's a different kind of posture, a different kind of presence. When you move like a king or queen in your own life, with that same unshakable certainty, doubt runs out of places to hide. Victory must first exist in the spirit before it can ever exist in sight. This means cultivating an internal conviction that your success is inevitable, that your goals are already achieved, that you are already the person you intend to become. This isn't about being cocky or arrogant. It's about a deep, quiet conviction. It's about acting from a place of already having rather than desperately chasing. When you walk like a man or woman who has already won, your decisions change, your actions become more deliberate, and your energy shifts. Others perceive it, opportunities appear, and obstacles seem to diminish. So, how do you cultivate this level of certainty? It starts with a faith strategy. First, write and speak your desired reality daily. Not, I want to be wealthy, but I am a person of abundant wealth. Not, I hope to be confident, but I am supremely confident. Use present tense, declarative statements. Second, and crucially, speak as the person you are becoming. Before you make a decision, ask yourself, what would the unstoppable version of me do in this situation? Then, act from that place. This isn't about faking it till you make it. It's about choosing to inhabit that identity, to embody that future self in the present moment. This isn't about blind optimism. It's about making a powerful internal declaration and then aligning your entire being with that declaration. What would fundamentally change in your approach, in your mindset, in your daily actions if you move through today as if your success was already guaranteed? How would that certainty liberate you to take bolder steps, to overcome fear, to attract the very things you desire? Section 6. Conclusion. We've journeyed through the profound depths of what it truly means to become unstoppable, to move beyond merely wishing for success and instead to embody it. Let's recap the foundational truths we've uncovered. First, remember that you don't attract what you want in life. You attract what you are. Your identity, forged through consistent actions and internal beliefs, is the magnet for your reality. Stop just wanting and start the deliberate, conscious work of becoming. Cultivate the habits, the mindset, and the energy of the person you aspire to be, and watch as your outer world begins to mirror your inner transformation. Second, understand that failure is not a dead end. It's merely feedback. Every setback is a lesson disguised, an opportunity to refine your approach and strengthen your resolve. And doubt? It's a liar. A fleeting question that disappears with advancement. Don't wait for it to vanish. Move forward anyway. Embrace these silent teachers, extract their wisdom, and let them propel you forward rather than hold you back. Third, recognize that your true power is forged in the shadows, through the private rituals that no one else sees. Your early mornings, your quiet moments of reflection, your consistent, unseen discipline, these are the building blocks of your destiny. Emotional mastery and quiet consistency are not just good practices, they are your superpowers, enabling you to navigate any storm with calm and clarity. And finally, cultivate an unwavering sense of faith and certainty. Move through the world as if you've already won, embodying the victory in your spirit before it manifests in sight. This isn't delusion. It's a powerful decision, an energetic alignment that causes the world to rearrange itself to meet your conviction. The journey of becoming unstoppable isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous, evolving process. But it always begins with a single powerful decision. It begins with one small, deliberate action today. It begins with an act of faith in the person you are becoming. The world, my friends, is waiting, not for who you were, not for who you wish you were, but for who you are becoming. So, start today. Not perfectly, but with purpose, with intention, with the quiet conviction that you are stepping into the greatest version of yourself. You are becoming the person you were born to be. If this message resonated deep within you, if something inside you sparked with recognition, then it's time to move. Don't just watch this, act on it. This isn't just content, it's a call to transformation. Take one of the insights we discussed today, whether it's starting a private ritual, reframing a past failure, or practicing emotional regulation, and implement it immediately. This moment right now, this feeling of inspiration, is the spiritual ignition point for your new trajectory. If you're ready to stop wishing and start embodying, if you're ready to become truly unstoppable, then let me know. Drop a comment below and declare, I'm becoming unstoppable. Let's build this community of powerful becomers together. And if you found value in this message, if it hit something deep inside you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video so more people who need to hear this message can find it. Share it with someone on their own becoming journey, someone you know is capable of greatness. And most importantly, subscribe to this channel for more powerful shifts every single week. Because success isn't an accident, it's alignment. Join us and let's unlock your unstoppable future. See you next time.